The 4 V's is a framework to categorize and evaluate different business operations based on 4 dimensions: volume, variety, variation, and visibility. Using this framework, we can understand and categorize the vastly different operations found across all industries and businesses worldwide, giving us a structure around how to design operations, which is a key part of operations strategy. So, the 4 V's. First, volume refers to the quantity of products or services produced by an organization. Very high-volume operations, such as a water bottling factory, specializes in mass-producing hundreds of millions of an individual item per year. This is only possible with ultra-specialized processes, equipment, and labor. Therefore, high-volume operations are typically capital-intensive and need expensive equipment to achieve low unit costs, which is their primary competitive advantage. The second dimension is variety, which refers to the number of different types of products or services produced, and how different those products and services are from each other. Businesses with very high variety need to be very flexible and have complex process routines, supply chains, and inventory management. Equipment and processes are more generalized, and the individual unit cost is usually much higher for high-variety businesses. Whilst able to offer a greater variety, it's challenging to compete on cost with businesses that make a smaller variety of products at higher volumes. The third V is variation. In operations, this is primarily variation of demand, how much it changes in quantity, product type and mix, and how predictable the variation is. This variation of demand has big implications for the design and running of operations. High variation of demand requires high flexibility to be able to change capacity or pricing, and also the ability to focus on good forecasting and react quickly. There are also other types of variation in operations: process variation, capacity variation of inputs, equipment, just to name a few others of the major ones. Whilst much can be done to improve operations through reducing variation, a large amount of it is simply the nature of the type of operations you strategically choose to do. Those who can cope with it the best can be very successful. The final V is visibility, which refers to the visibility of the customer to the business and the business to the customer. Some operations are remote from their customers, such as water treatment plants or online shopping fulfillment centres, and are therefore very low visibility, whilst others, such as hospitals or a bus service, have very high visibility between the customer and the operations. Typically, the higher the visibility, the higher the relative importance of customer service, wait times, and the perception of quality. Very often, how much visibility is another thing that we can, to an extent, strategically choose, perhaps charging a profitable premium for extra transparent and direct customer service. The 4 V's model is a valuable framework to understand all types of operations and therefore focus strategic choices on what we want from our own, actively choosing where we want to be on the sliding scale of each of the 4 V's and how that affects our competitive edge.